Bingo Blitz rules.
If your bingo has ads in it,
That's not a bingo.
if it doesn't have the coolest tournaments, mini games, and the most breathtaking design,
Nope, not a bingo.
if your bingo moment makes you feel so excited that you just want to burst in joy and scream out loud, bingo! Sorry, so you're playing...
Bingo Blitz? Now that's a bingo. Discover a world of excitement with Bingo Blitz, the #1 free bingo game. Download Bingo Blitz and play for free.
Now that's a bingo.
Being a marketer's no sweat. You just have to manage dozens of channels, launch hundreds of campaigns, score thousands of leads, and okay, fine, it's a lot of sweat. Unless you have HubSpot's AI-powered marketing tools to help you do all that and more. Get started at HubSpot.com/marketers.
What's up, everyone? It's Noah Daniels.
Hey y'all, I'm JJ.
Hey guys, it's Kat.
And we're your hosts of the Real Hauntings podcast, where we bring on guests to share their first-hand encounter ghost stories and supernatural experiences. Now on to the trailer.
I've been warned to not tell this story, but I think because of the way it ends, it's okay to tell this story, because some people say that with certain entities, to like speak of them or talk about them or in any way like portray them as powerful will attract them to other people. The creepiest thing about it to me is a lot of times it would wait for me to notice it. Like, it would just lay its arm out like this, and then I'd be like, where is it? Where is it? And then I'd see it, and then it would just slither back.
For more information on the Real Hauntings, Real Ghost Stories podcast, make sure you check out Real.fm to learn more about our podcast and many other amazing podcasts.
Was it? What was it? Sorry for yelling.
Well, we're here for another fisting. That's, relax, Megan. No yelling. Just ease into
yell.
it.
I mean, if someone did try and fist me, I would yell. I would. I would need... I would, not only need so many poppers, I would need a light sedative and an anti-anxiety.
Then what's the point of doing it?
Well, that's why I don't do it. That's a lot of work for it. If I'm going to do that much work, I would just rather have, a colonoscopy or, something that's going to really clear me out, with that being the sole purpose and intention.
Well,
so, I'm really glad I'm sure you're all very happy about that. What the fuck did I write? I literally wrote to talk about. I just wrote fan.
Okay, well, I'll let you try to figure that out. I see a house that I like that I might go look at.
Bitch, send the link right now.
I am.
Where is it? Close.
I'm gonna say that.
Okay, you're right. Fair. I'm just my phone is open to our text messages as I'm waiting with bated breath.
It should be there. No,
I know where this is. I know exactly where this is.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which do you know how many fucking houses I toured? I know this street. It's a cute street, by the way.
Yeah, I looked it up on Google Maps. Also, I was coming home and I was looking at Google Maps. They give you a little picture of your house when you're coming, and I was like, "Whoa, they updated it!" And I knew because my water jugs were sitting outside.
Stop. That's funny. You're like,
so
oh,
they've
is
come
that
by,
from today?
They've come by recently. Because the one that was up there was before I moved in.
It's a popular home. Over 2,000.
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of came in my email because I just get notifications of stuff around. And I was like, oh, I like this house.
Well, yeah, it's a very nice house.
Yeah,
it's gorgeous. It's huge.
Yeah, I think I would knock out that wall in the kitchen and extend it into that little sitting area. Extend the kitchen there, and then because it has a dining room that isn't connected to the actual kitchen, so I'm like, just extend it and then have the dining room be the dining room, but it all leads to there.
Oh, knock out that half wall, or the half wall on both sides?
The half wall
on both sides, or just one of them?
Just one of them.
Yeah. Damn, that's yeah. I have so many fucking thoughts and feelings about specifically homes in Los Angeles and homes that are not palatial estates having like a little dine-in breakfast nook that is 3 steps and a fucking sneeze away from the dining room table. Like,
for what?
What's the point? Like,
right.
You need the space. You need like we have a part in our kitchen where they styled it like a little bistro table and stuff. And everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, like this would be so cute, like a little breakfast nook." I'm like, "Or why?" Like
I have the breakfast nook in my place. I was like, why do I need 2 tables?
No,
why do I need another table over there? Now that's my filming area. But
now that's, hey, you know what? Maybe you're the next Tabitha Brown. I'll pass the baton from one future Tabitha Brown to the other.
No, because there's definitely a part where I was, you know, like if you have canned coconut milk, how it separates.
Yep.
And
dealt with that last night.
There was it like came out, and I was like, "Ooh, she's a squirter." So not Tabitha Brown.
Well, apparently, that bears very similar resemblance to my vernacular, and it was my destiny too. So hey, you know,
true. But I just want to say that we are not shitting on Tabitha Brown.
No, we love Tabitha Brown,
but we just know
we are also self-aware enough to know that like
that we are not Tabitha Brown.
No, and I think if Tabitha Brown was like, if someone's like, "Oh yeah, you and Megan exactly the same," and like she like heard me and all of my vulgar, she'd be like, "Is this what I sound like?" Like Tabitha Brown does children's programming,
right?
Tabitha Brown is not trying to be as messy and vulgar as I am, so like, give her the credit of the due diligence, of the authenticity and intention of her work versus me. I am just chaotic bitch who can't shut the fuck up.
Yeah. And she just has like strong, like your the auntie you go to for sage advice, you know? And even though she's not old enough to be, I mean, I guess technically she could be my aunt, but nowhere near old enough to be my mother. We're relatively close-ish in age, but I'm more of like the auntie you go to when you need mess taken care of, and she's the sage advice auntie. You know, it's not the same.
Yeah, one of you would help bury a body, the other one would be like, let's be honest, let's own up to the crimes we've committed. And you've been like, what crimes? I don't know. Exactly. I didn't see anything. And you need both in your life.
Yeah,
you know.
She made a cooking video with Tia Mowry. Did you see that?
No.
But they're the same age, and they just don't
give
same.
Fuck?
Yeah, they just don't give same age vibes.
Wait, I also want to say I do think Tabitha Brown's had a kid relatively young, right?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, so that makes sense to me. Like I know people who had kids younger, and they just, you know, like you mature. I don't want to even say mature, but like. There's just like it's such a huge different life stage that I'm like, oh, how are you this age?
Yep.
I love her smile. That's like, she's
just so welcoming.
I know. I feel like she gives great hugs. Like she seems like the kind of like, you know, like if I was like a kid and she was my mom, that would be like the mom that I'm like, as a toddler, I'm like, I just want to nap on your lap.
Yes.
Like, and she would just like stroke your hair and scratch your back. Oh,
yeah.
I need to talk about this in therapy. It's fine, everybody. Don't worry about it. How the fuck did we get here?
I don't know. Who cares?
Who cares?
We don't have results.
Oh, we don't. Yeah.
Because we didn't record an episode that came out last week. So we're just here gabbing away.
Thank you all for understanding about me and my mouth sore.
I think we've reached our limit, our quota for saying mouth sores.
Well, I just love it because I tried everything in my power to like come up with like this like last week, try and come up with a way to say it that like didn't sound like, you know, I was dealing with something that was contagious or something that like gives you pause. But there's no way to do that, and I've just embraced it. You know?
You could call them what they are, though, like not like the specific type of mouth sore.
But what are
for
they
your condition?
But that's I I'm not entire. I mean, there definitely was a couple of those, but I think then I irritated them, and then I caused some more. You're right.
That's how you.
Some mouth chiblains. I also because I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce it.
That's how you've been pronouncing it.
I know.
I have this. Y'all can't see it, but I keep looking off to the side, and there's this little pad that's on the thing that holds my.
Oh, your music stand?
Yeah, but it's not a music stand.
Except looks like a music stand.
But it's not. It's thick, and like music stands are not this heavy duty. This comes from a film production company equipment. But it does look like a music stand. But it has this little pad that like grips whatever equipment that you put on it, and it doesn't like it'll stick until you force it off. But there's like a whole bunch of bubbles in it, and so I'm sitting here going through it, and I feel like you would enjoy doing this too because it's squishy and a little sticky.
Do you know how much I love those kinds of tasks? As someone who recently didn't finish the task but did start defuzzing her hairbrush, which I found out that little fuzz that builds up in your hairbrush, dead skin.
Yeah. My grandmother would make us wash them. Like this is when we'd stay with her in the summertime. We'd have time where on Saturdays where everybody would clean their brushes. Like you'd sit there, get a comb and scrape, like pull all the hair out. That's so sad. And then soak it in like alcohol. And then when you soak it in alcohol, it breaks up the dead skin cells and the oils and stuff. And then you can go back through it and pull it off. So it's a good time.
That sounds so that's like legitimately like no matter my age, that would be my idea of a great fucking day.
I still do like with the comb that I use to detangle my hair. What are those called?
Tangle teaser, or do you use the one that kind of looks like wavy and it?
The one that's wavy. I
don't know. I have that one too. I like that better, but I don't know what it's called either.
Yeah, but that thing, I sit there and do that after I do my hair, and it's so satisfying.
I love that shit. I love those little little things you can pick. Someone posted on I forget, but it was like a skincare subreddit. Like what is this part? Like my neck, like, and if I like like this is what it looks like when I'm not like pulling my cheek taut, but if I pull my cheek taut, and it's just the most like delicious ingrown hair, and everyone's like, just go to the dermatologist, and I'm like, the fact that I don't know this person and I can't get it for them, like it actually broke my heart. Devastating.
Why couldn't they pull it out themselves?
I don't know. I guess some people don't have that like there's no shot in hell that would last me going to the dermatologist and like having them do it. Like,
I would literally get some tweezers, get that thing, scrub my face, clean it, yank it out, then squeeze any of the remaining juices out.
Yeah, but like he just doesn't give a shit about like there's no satisfaction he gains from it. So he's like, I'll just go to a dermatologist. I'm like, what is that like?
I used to have this one long hair that would grow out like my bicep. It was weird. It was just be weird was one hair, and then I'd have to pluck it like once a month, be a couple inches long, and then it stopped. So I guess I finally killed the hair follicle, but it was just wild. It was just one random hair.
I've got like I do not have an even part. I do think I have like I don't have a widow's peak, but I have like a very almost. It's so cute. I have like almost, with my hairstyle said, I have like almost an off-center widow's peak, but I also have like a cowlick like right in the same area, so it's just kind of a clusterfuck. So I don't have a perfectly straight part, but I have like a hair, like out of my head hair that grows about an inch down, like just to on my forehead, like just one, like, and it's like a little unicorn thing. And a lot of the time I will think it's a blackhead, and then I'm like, oh no, this is that hair that's back. Like, let's get this baby up. Oh, I know. I wonder if it's come back soon. I don't know. Can't feel it yet. What a time. Oh, what a time. What a time. What a time.
Did you figure out yet what you wrote down?
Nope. No idea. Fan.
Well, I know you're a fan of me, so.
Well, of course I'm a fan of you. So, obviously, I love Scandal, and we're watching Scandal. A lot of people have been tagging me.
Oh, there's something.
Watching.
I don't think I have my phone with me. There's a little video I wanted to send you from. It was like an interview that Carrie Tony and what's the gal's name, please?
Bellamy.
Yeah, and
My
Bellamy, which is, you know what her name is?
Bellamy Young.
Yeah, but that's not like her birth name. Hold on.
She's got one of those like Southern 15 names.
Her name is, it's Amy Marie, and then she just created Bellamy.
She's iconic. Amy Maria Young.
So,
oh yeah, she joined her name to join SAG. Amy Young. Since there's another Amy Young registered, she chose the name Bellamy as a tribute to her late father's best friend Bill, who had helped raise her after her father died. Wow.
So it's Bill and Amy mixed together, Bellamy. But
that's the Amy. I was like, where did that come?
And so they, it was this red carpet interview, and it's funny. I don't want to spoil it for you, but my phone's right here. Hold on.
Do you know
it was
that she
under
went
my
to
bum
Yale for physics?
Yeah, I remember
Obsessed
she
with her.
was getting up to. It was like one of those award shows that she was presenting at, and they said that they were giving weird facts about the presenters.
Also, Mott's and I are going to be without a car. Because I have to give my car back.
Did you find a car yet?
Yeah. Mott's parents picked it up, but they have to.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
Oh, yeah. It just happened on Saturday. They have to drive it here, or we have to spend like a couple grand. Mott's like, we can spend like a couple grand to ship it. And I was like, that'll take like 2 months. And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, no, shipping it across, like over states and stuff, like it was more expensive the quicker the turnaround. So like there's no way.
Yeah,
so
it used
we're just
to
gonna be without a car for a bit.
It's wild. Like pre-pandemic, you could ship a car across the country for $500, and
Yeah.
the shift just everything went up in price. But yeah,
Did you send me this video?
I did.
Okay. Do you want me to watch it right now?
Yeah.
Okay. But so before I start, I wanted to say, so what my favorite thing is, and like everybody, I can hear like the ew, corny, like whatever. I don't give a shit. I'm not like a corny person, but like I like showing Mott's things because I want to watch his reaction. So like with TikToks, like literally like I look like a fucking idiot where like I'll show him a TikTok when I'm just like looking at his face. I'm like, I see when he laughs. Like I just am obsessed with that. And so for Scandal, there are like moments and things where I'm like, I know these things are happening. I'm going to wait. And like he often does not give me the most insane, like intense reactions to dramas like that. Like he watches a lot of stuff. So he's like, nothing really trips him up. And he also has he knows a lot of like the filming tricks because I can't stop talking about shit. But we got to the scene where Huck slits that woman's, he slits Lena Dunham's throat. And Mott's literally like, he
I forgot about that.
gasped and just looked at me and was like, oh, Huck, oh my God. And like, I was shocked by his and it was just the funniest thing in the entire world. And I was like, this is why I watch this fucking show. Like, that's the reactions that I want. And I love it. Okay, let me watch. Relatable. Perfect. That is how you're supposed to treat the male co-stars on your show. Like, that is true. Like, my job and my responsibility in Leo Howard's life is to constantly knock him down a few pegs. Keep him humble. That's right. Wow. I love them. I love them so goddamn fucking much. It's such a good show.
Yeah, it is.
I can't believe we've influenced people to watch it again.
Did you? Yes. And somebody, after I saw that, 2 videos later was the video when Melly was telling her, "Why'd you let that other broad get in the bed?"
She's best.
But and that to me is a masterclass on how to write without explicitly saying things. You know, because she doesn't say it, but you know exactly what she's saying.
Yep.
You watch anything else? Or are y'all just face down in Scandal.
We're like really knee deep in Scandal. Mats has been watching and I've been like tuning in as when he's watching it when he's home. The Formula One show, Drive to Survive. Have you seen them?
I've seen one episode.
They're so fucking good. Like they're sexy TV. And we started watching the golf one and I was like, I'm so sorry, babe. I hate to break this to you. Like this is not nearly as entertaining. He was like, no, I know. I was like, because first of all, these men, most of them are American and most of them are conservative Republicans. And there's nothing sexy about golf. Like golf isn't sexy. Driving a fucking race car is sexy. Is it terrifying and dangerous? And I could never date someone who did that. Like I just couldn't. Like my anxiety, my cortisol levels I would die at 30. Like I would die next year. Like it would send me to an early grave. But it's sexy. Like I'm sorry, that danger is sexy. They're sweaty it's sexy. It's sexy. And there's just something about with the music and they're in Monte Carlo. Like Monte Carlo, sexy. West Virginia, no offense, not as sexy. So I have been watching that a bit with him and I've really enjoyed it. And then I got into looking up all of the dating history for these men. And it's extensive and impressive. I'm like, you're worth $1 bajillion. And yeah, you're hot. And you get you pull bitches left, right, and center. I'm happy for them. I am. It seems like, and then Mats also tells me like who we like and who we don't like. So like I can like just know right off the bat. Like I'm like, ugh, I don't like this guy. Go Mats like, yeah, no, he's a dick. And then I'm like, okay, so like who do we like? And so the ones that obviously his favorite ones are the ones that didn't come from money. They like came up and managed to succeed in this where it's like so fucking elitist and classist and all of this stuff. Like those are his favorite ones. And so then I know exactly who to root for. Even though you can definitely tell based on how they carry themselves.
Yeah.
What about you? What are you watching?
Nothing new. I have nothing to contribute to this. I was just wondering what you were watching. I have not had time outside of my soaps. But Tariq came through on Abbott Elementary with a new bop, and I want y'all to catch up.
I keep telling Mats that I want to catch up on it, but when he gets into a fucking show, and like we never finished Gilmore Girls, we never finished Criminal Minds. Like there's a lot of shows that we like just didn't end up finishing because he will want to binge the entire fucking thing. And then we'll have like 1 season left or 5 episodes left. And he's like, okay, I'm done, moving on. But he can't watch anything else. So like all we watch is Scandal. And what season are we on? Because I want to catch up on Abbott Elementary so bad. I think season 5 was like, I would be working when I watched season 4 and 5. So like there's a lot of stuff I don't totally remember. And then I think once we get to season 6, it's all new. I'm also having a renaissance with mashed potatoes.
What?
I love mashed potatoes. And I like forgot that you don't have to have them just on Thanksgiving. And I made mashed potatoes last night. And that's why I'm so excited to have lunch, because I'm going to have mashed potatoes with my lunch. And like, I just think we need to mash more potatoes.
I think most people are mashing potatoes.
Okay. Well, I didn't grow up eating like mashed potatoes were a Thanksgiving food. And I rebuke that.
I mean, it's like the American saying, it's like as American as meat and potatoes. Like that's a thing.
Well, I was very much like a tempeh and broccoli household. So like that was not my experience. And now as an adult, I've got cookies in our freezer. I mean, in our cabinets. I've got ice cream in the freezer. And I have mashed potatoes in my leftovers Tupperware. And I'm excited.
What kind of mashed potatoes are they?
Potatoes that I'm at.
No, like what'd you infuse it with? Like, did you use what kind of butter did you use? Did you put salt, pepper? Did you flavor it? Like I'm asking.
First of all, if mashed potatoes without salt and pepper is plaster to build a house.
Or whatever you used to
I did salt and pepper, and then I was gonna do my nice Miyoko's butter. Because I don't have my own butter from my almond cow that I've milked. But
they don't know this yet. That's Tuesday.
Oh, sorry. But that it went bad, so that was fine. So then I just used like my regular dairy-free butter. And I added some coconut cream and a little bit of coconut milk to it to kind of get it nice and creamy. But I still like left a couple lumps, but like not really many at all. And then I served it with beef stew that I made. And it was like a great combination. Like it was very soft foods, but it kind of made like the stew like, I don't know, there's just something like delicious about it. And my last beef stew recipe, I followed the New York Times one. It was not that great. Did not like it that much. And I just need to stop following anyone's recipes because I don't trust their instincts.
I would
trust
go
mine.
for you said it was a pot roast?
Beef stew.
Beef stew.
Similar cut of meat. It's just the stew version.
I would do a Southern recipe and then make the substitutions. I trust those more than New York Times.
Me too. And I just winged it this time based on logic and what I know works together and what is good. And it was leaps and bounds better. Like it was fucking fantastic. Oh, it was delicious. I loved it. And I'm just so excited to eat it. And then I'm making pot pie this weekend, or this week. It's not the weekend. It's the beginning of the week. I'm going to make that. What else am I making? Oh, chicken and roast veggies. We're now finally, as an avid complainer whose favorite topic to complain about is the weather. There was that time in the summer where it was too hot to do anything. And then we had this time in the winter where it's too cold to do anything. So there are these like in between little pockets of seasons where I'm actually fucking excited to cook things that are seasonal and make me excited about the time of year that it is. And now that is where I am starting to get now again, like here. There was a time period where like, swear to God, the only Mats and I were eating pasta, pizza, and chicken noodle soup. That was like all we were eating because it was miserable to stand there and cook. Like you're just fucking freezing. Like it's so cold. So I'm stoked. I'm very happy. I'm excited. And I can't wait to eat. I love when you're excited about leftovers are my favorite. Plus I'm marrying someone who like does not eat leftovers.
What?
Yeah, he's not. I know. I told his
that
mom
about
this.
him.
I was like, why? Like you spoiled this boy. Because like when he grew up, his godparents, who like were his like parents' like best friends, they met because they were neighbors, and they essentially share like a backyard almost. And so him and his brother, their entire childhoods, they would rotate on and off who was cooking dinner. So like if it was his parents or his godparents right next door, so like they didn't have like that, just the end of the week kind of like throw together kind of like everything. Neither party got burnt out because they were sharing like the equal like load of that. So like constantly had new dinners. They just like didn't have leftovers. So he was not a leftovers person. The only thing that he is like now does leftovers of and is excited about is soup, which is miraculous. And his mom even pointed out, because first of all, he didn't even used to like soup. He used to only like gazpacho, cold soup.
I'm not a fan of soup. I would never just cook a soup to eat unless I was sick.
I love a soup. I'm sick and tired of this cold weather. That's why I'm making soup. But like, I love a soup. He didn't like hot soup. He only liked gazpacho. And he'd be like, you should make gazpacho sometime. And I was like, I'm going to pass on that. But like, you're more than welcome to like blend up whatever you want. Like, I prefer my cold tomatoes in a salsa. Like, that's just, I don't need that at all. So, but what was it? Oh, so but besides soup, like he's just not really like a leftovers person. So I am a huge leftovers person. So then like when we cook dinner, then I make extra and I just save it for leftovers.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of foods taste better as leftovers after the stuff has been marinating in it.
Me too. I love it. I was also like, that's what I ate as a kid. Like just leftovers. Lunch, leftovers. Dinner, like leftovers. Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, I got the Bonza vegan, like dairy-free mac and cheese. Mm-hmm. Fire. Tasty. They nailed the powdered cheese.
Okay.
It's good. And
Some
like
other friends were telling me, and I was like, I didn't believe them.
it's good. Like it's boxed. It's what you want for boxed mac and cheese. You know?
I never want boxed mac and cheese.
Well, did you ever have Annie's boxed mac and cheese?
Yes.
Oh,
It
I
all
like that
tastes
one.
the same.
Oh no!
And if
Some of the
somebody-
craft ones taste like they're really oily and they coat
Not
your
the
mouth. And they...
the craft ones. If you get the ones with the little squeezy packs, those are the more oily ones. But the powder ones they taste just like Annie's to me.
Oh, I lived for that, but I enjoyed it. Like it's good,
Okay.
but that's also what I like.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Yeah, that's how you like balls to smell too.
no, that smells like the craft one smells like that. Because the craft one's dusty.
I don't need you coming too hard for craft.
I'm not, because Kraft also owns everything. And I respect their conglomerate,
Yeah.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
And the people they employ, they've got
me
great
too.
taste.
Uh-huh. Tastemakers, if you will.
Maybe
All
they should
right.
invest in Almond Cow. Okay.
I think they're gonna get Almond Cow's gonna get some big investors soon
Without a
because they
Did they go on
can't
Shark
keep
Tank?
up. I don't think so, but they can't keep up with production right now. You can't get a new one till the end of April.
Wow. And once your videos come out, maybe they'll invite you to go on Shark Tank with them. This is our
would love
spokeswoman, Melissa. Oh wow! So how did you cast Melissa? No, she found us.
Yeah,
She pitched herself. She
And
backed
I've-
herself.
and I love y'all, and I love Almond Cow. I love us because I'm part of it now.
It's a family.
Yeah.
So what's the cry of the almond cow? What do they don't moo? What do they do?
What?
You know how cows moo?
Yes, I'm familiar
So
with the
what
noises
does
that
the-
cows make.
Do you think that they're gonna have an almond cow one?
It might be they might team up with Chick-fil-A and have the same, but opposite. Hold on. You know how Chick-fil-A, they're talking about eat more chicken, and then Almond Cow's gonna come for the cows in the Chick-fil-A commercials and say, drink more almonds.
And we like gay people.
Yeah.
They just have to clarify their stance. On
Yeah.
that. If they didn't, that is alienating that audience.
Yeah.
Oh. By the way, I want you to know that as soon as you post your first video, Kyle's going to put this on pre-order the quickest.
Great.
thing
And
in
I'll
the
send
fucking
him
world.
my
affiliate link.
yeah, for $25 off.
Do you get one? Is there one that you on
I
the
already
website
got
already?
it. I've given it to 2 people already.
Wow. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Don't spend it all in one place, but you have to.
Yeah, you do have to spend it all in one place.
In the singular place.
But
Okay.
they sell their own nuts and stuff, so I can it's replenishing.
Yeah, no, that's perfect because you are constantly lacking in nuts.
You should see how many I have now.
Well, considering when the last time I was there, you were like, "I'm running low," and I was like,
Yeah, and I did a restock.
You're
I
not.
don't know. I don't think anybody was paying attention to me when we were
I wa-
recording
no,
the live stream.
We saw the restock.
Okay.
I saw the restock, and you weren't running low to begin with.
Yes, I was. My almonds only had maybe 18 almonds left. I didn't
Of
have
your
any.
preferred cut of almond for said milk.
That's the kind that you have to it's not going to juice.
Oh, you're not
enough.
allowed to. You can't juice the slipper knot. I guess that makes
It's not
sense.
going to be as juicy. And then I didn't have any cashews. I didn't have any pecans. Actually, I did find a small thing of pecans in the back, but it was just half a cup of pecans.
You're so funny. She's a nut girl.
She
Loves a nut. She loves a nut. That's our next merch. Loves a nut.
All right. Well, I hope since we've finished with nutting, I hope the fisting was to your satisfaction.
Wow. That was fucking seamless.
Thank you.
I'm impressed. I have nothing to add. That was flawless execution. We'll
No
see you all
notes.
next time. No
Bye.
notes. Why?
Listening to a podcast should be time well spent, and I promise it will be if you'll give this podcast a try. It's called Something You Should Know. I'm the host, Mike Carruthers, and in every episode, I talk with leading experts on topics I know you will find fascinating. From why people can't keep secrets, what your favorite music says about you, why your pet acts in strange ways, and so much more. Something You Should Know is designed to give you information you can use in your life and give you great intel that you can share with others. I'm told it's a binge-worthy podcast. And with over 1,000 episodes, there's a lot to binge on. Something You Should Know has been ranked in the top of the Apple podcast charts consistently for a long time. I know you're going to like this. I just need to get you to try it. Something You Should Know. It's available wherever you listen to podcasts.
Hi, I'm Jennifer, a co-founder of the Go Kid Go Network. At Go Kid Go, putting kids first is at the heart of every show that we produce. That's why we're so excited to introduce a brand new show to our network called The Search for the Silver Lining, a fantasy adventure series about a spirited young girl named Isla who time travels to the mythical land of Camelot. During her journey, Isla meets new friends, including King Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table, and learns valuable life lessons with every quest, sword fight, and dragon ride. Positive and uplifting stories remind us all about the importance of kindness, friendship, honesty, and positivity. Join me and an all-star cast of actors including Liam Neeson, Emily Blunt, Kristen Bell, Chris Hemsworth, among many others, in welcoming the Search for the Silver Lining podcast to the Go Kid Go Network by listening today. Look for the Search for the Silver Lining on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you love Disney? Do you love top 10 lists? Then you are going to love our hit podcast, Disney Countdown. I'm Megan, the Magical Millennial.
And I'm the Dapper Danielle.
On every episode of our fun and family-friendly show, we count down our top 10 lists of all things Disney. The parks, the movies, the music, the food, the lore. There is nothing we don't cover on our show.
We are famous for rabbit holes, Disney-themed games, and fun facts you didn't know you needed.
I had Danielle and Megan record some answers to seemingly meaningless questions. I asked Danielle what insect song is typically higher pitched in hotter temperatures and lower pitched in cooler temperatures.
You got this.
No, I didn't.
Don't believe that. About a wish coming true? Well, I didn't either. Of course, I'm just a
cicada. I'm crying. I'm so sorry.
You win that one.
So if you're looking for a healthy dose of Disney magic, check out Disney Countdown wherever you get your podcasts.